What's up, guys? It's your boy LAJ back at it again with another video, and man, am I excited about this season coming up, not only for the Lakers but the NBA entirely, because you already know Oklahoma City gonna dump. You already know the Warriors are gonna be not in contention this year, so the NBA championship is up for grabs, and the Lakers are definitely at the top of that food chain. So with that being said, let's get to it. So I'm going to pose a couple of questions and try to answer them as best as possible. But then again, I do these videos so I could get you guys to see what your opinions are, what you guys think, what your thoughts are, and see if we could all collaborate on something. And the first question that I'm posed out there is, how good will the Lakers be this year? The West is definitely up for grabs this year. Not only the West, but the NBA championship. I definitely believe whatever team comes out of the West is going to be the team to win the championship. And with that being said, it's kind of good to know that the Warriors are not at the top, so it leaves the door wide open for any team out there to really, it's up for grabs, legitimately up for grabs. And then teams like the Utah Jazz, the Nuggets, the Rockets, the Clippers, and definitely the Lakers, who just completely reloaded and restocked their roster. I definitely feel there's going to be a battle in the West this year, not only in the regular season, but also in the postseason. So what do I expect the number? I want to go through eight teams, because I think Portland is definitely going to be among them. But to call them the 8th seed is kind of disrespectful. And then New Orleans, with the way they just rejuvenated their entire organization, I think they might sneak in there. But the back end of the Western playoff picture is a little hazy to me. So I'll just do what I believe is like 1 through 4, 1 through 5. And I'm going to do, I think, working backwards. I think definitely Utah would be number 5. Then the Denver Nuggets. And if all goes well, the Houston Rockets. Then the Clippers. And then the Lakers at the number 1 seed. I mean, it could rearrange between 3 and 5, 3 and 4, because I don't know how good Westbrook and Harden are going to be. And that is a little bit of a toss-up. They could be anywhere from 3 to 8 at this moment. But given the fact that they have 2 MVP players in their team, that kind of puts them out there as a top seed. So I'll put them at number 3 for right now. And definitely the Clippers, we know what they have, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They're going to be on minutes restrictions and, you know, that whole load management. So I definitely think they'll be a top seed. And for the Lakers, Anthony Davis and LeBron James, 2 top 6 players. LeBron being the 1, and Anthony Davis being the 6. Yeah, it could be argued that he could be a 5, whatever the case may be. But they have top players, top talent. Then they reloaded. They added new depth and talent to that team. So that's how I view 1 through 5 right now. Everything could change once season begins, but that's how I view it right now. So who will be the Lakers' X factor this year? And I think it's fair to say that it was going to be DeMarcus Cousins. We were going to get redemption season. We were going to get a rejuvenation and find out what he was going to be all about. Then, you know, shit hit the ceiling. Right now, I think it's still that new engagement that the Lakers added, which is Dwight Howard. And big reason is he knows everybody's going to be watching LA, not just the Clippers and not just the Lakers, but they're going to be watching to see how Dwight Howard performs under the brightest of lights once again. And I think in his head, he knows this is his final attempt at a big contract, or even trying to stay relevant in the NBA. If it doesn't work out, obviously everybody's going to notice that he's still Dwight Howard. He's still a problem, and no one's going to want to deal with him, and no one's going to offer him anymore, and that's going to be officially it for Dwight Howard in the NBA. So Dwight Howard has the ability right now to revert back to his former self, his Defensive Player of the Year former self status. And if he does that, man, this team is going to be incredible. Incredible, I'm telling you. So who has the most pressure from the Lakers this year? To me personally, it's going to be Kyle Kuzma. By not including Kyle Kuzma in the Anthony Davis trade, the Lakers are indicating that they see him as the best out of the haul given to New Orleans. It's very debatable between Ingram and Kuzma. Personally, I wouldn't have included Ingram, given the fact that they gave up a huge haul. As a matter of fact, right now would be a good opportunity to discuss the Anthony Davis trade and the Lakers. I definitely believe they gave up way too much, given the fact that the Pelicans had no leverage. Yes, I understand Lonzo and Ingram have health issues and can't remain healthy for a full season, but it's still a lot. Not only did the Lakers include Lonzo and Ingram, but they included Josh Hart and his Fortnite Twitch streaming ass, the number 4 pick, and 3 future first round picks. At no point did anybody say, Rob Pelinka, that's a little bit too much. You're giving up way too much, given the fact that they have no leverage. New Orleans Pelicans had no leverage. The Boston Celtics weren't being serious about trading. Yes, I understand it's Anthony Davis, but again, the New Orleans Pelicans had no leverage. And let's be real, the future of the Pelicans is very nice right now with just Lonzo and Zion heading the future. The only way to bounce back from that is if Ingram, for some miraculous reason, decides to leave the Pelicans and maybe considers joining the Lakers one more time. But you already know it's going to cost a pretty penny. We almost got D'Angelo Russell back before that last minute Golden State come up. So it could happen. Potentially it could happen. But at one point we had Julius Randle, we had D'Angelo Russell, Brandon Ingram. Everything looked nice and looked very good looking towards the future. I mean, I'm not upset that we have LeBron and Anthony Davis. That's pretty much saying we're going to win a championship this year. So I'm cool with it as long as Anthony Davis commits long term. I don't want him to be a one and done because he hasn't committed to an extension. He hasn't verbally said, yeah, I'm here for the future. Yeah, I'm here to stay. Because we gave up a lot for if this turns out to be a rental. It's going to be a disaster. It definitely is going to be a disaster. So I know I went a little bit off topic and I went on a little rant, but let me get back on the positive. So one thing that I've heard is Shams was explaining that LeBron James was planning on having a pre-mini camp in Vegas before the mini camp. And that was so the team could start bonding and build that chemistry. And me personally, I'm a person who believes in chemistry and bonding and having a good locker room ambience because that's what leads teams to championships and dynasties. I understand Shaq and Kobe were feuding a lot, but that's why Robert Horry, Derek Fisher, and all the other vets that were on that team during the early 2000s when they went on that three-peat were there. They were holding the heads together. At the end of the day, Kobe and Shaq wanted to win championships. That's what drove them. That's what the front end of the team was. But the back end, what we didn't see was the other team putting and helping everything stay together. The case may be different, but what we see is this team building chemistry right now, early on before the season begins, so they could all trust each other. And this is going to be a great thing moving forward, not only this season, but if the team stays together, it could potentially be something great moving forward. Because once KD comes back healthy with the Nets, Kyrie and KD are going to be top runners over there in the East. So what are the expectations for the first 2 months of the season? October 22nd is home opener up to November. So before December, what should be the record for the Lakers? What are your expectations on that? For me, I expect the Lakers to go on the very least an 18-1 in the first month. Yes, I'm being a huge Laker homer and a huge Laker bias just analyst. But to be honest, just looking at the schedule, the only team that I see them losing to is pretty fair to say the Utah Jazz. I mean, they could go 19-0 or it could be 1-18. You just never know. You just never know. But me personally, I feel like they have the potential to go 18-1 the first 2 months. A lot of hype is going to be around opening night versus the Clippers. The Lakers are definitely going to come out firing. And it's uncertain right now, as of right now, if Andre Iguodala is going to join the Clippers. It was said that he was going to join September 3rd. That didn't happen. And Paul George just had shoulder surgery. So it is also unknown if he's going to be available for opening night. So there's still some things that need to be worked around for the Clippers. So here it goes, guys. I'm extremely, genuinely excited for the Lakers season to begin. I can't wait for October 22nd. It's my birthday. The World Series is on that day. So a lot of things are going on that day. So I'm excited for the new season to begin. I hope you guys are. And what are your expectations for the Lakers the first 2 months? Who's going to have the most to prove this year? I mean, is Kuzma the man? Is he going to stress under pressure? What's the deal with him? I want to get your guys' opinions, so make sure you guys comment and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.